Hello, mathematician. Today we're going to look at multiplying binomials. So you can see what I mean by binomial here. It has two terms. Here it's an x minus 5, that's binomial, and then an x plus 2. So again, it has two terms, the x term and the 2, which makes it a binomial. We're going to take a look at two different methods that will help you to solve these. Prior knowledge is just knowing how to distribute a monomial, so that'd be something like this 2x, and knowing how to distribute that multiplying by a trinomial or another binomial. By the end of this, you'll be able to use the distributive property to expand algebraic expressions. Some people prefer to say FOIL. I prefer distributive property because it's more broad of a way to refer to it. By the end of this video, you'll know how to solve a problem like this one down here. All right, so let's take a look at this first problem here. Now, when we're doing this, we have to distribute each term in the first binomial to each term in the second. So we'll start by just doing x times x, which is x squared. And then the next thing we'll do is we'll do x times the positive 2. So that'd be positive 2x. Then the next thing is for us to multiply the negative 5 times x. So that'll give us negative 5x. And then the last step is for us to multiply the negative 5 times the positive 2. So that'll give us negative 10. Now you'll notice that we have one x squared term, two x terms, and one constant. So we just need to combine those like terms. So we'll combine the positive 2x and the negative 5x. That'll give us negative 3x. And then the x squared and the negative 10 just go along for the red. And that's our final answer. Now, for some people that works really well. Others might find it helpful to use the box to set it up. So you just take one of your binomials and write it across the top. So you have x minus 5, and then down the side here we have x plus 2. And then you simply multiply what's on the two sides of the box to get your product. So we get x squared, x times negative 5 is negative 5x. 2 times x is 2x, and then negative 5 times positive 2 is negative 10. And then you would simply take your answer from this box and you would write it out. So you'd have your x squared, then you'd have the 2x and the negative 5x for negative 3x, and then you'd have the negative 10. So that's how you multiply binomials. We'll take a look at one more just to make sure that you understand how this works. So again, I'll do the color coding for example 2. We'll start by just doing 3x times x. So that'll be 3, and then x times x is x squared. So we've got 3x squared. Then we've got 3x times positive 3, which is positive 9x. And for this next one, we're doing negative 6 times positive x. So it's going to be a negative 6x. And then the last one is the negative 6 times a positive 3. And we'll go ahead and use a new color for that one. So negative 6 times positive 3 is negative 18. Just like the last one, you'll often need to combine like terms. Sometimes they'll cancel each other out. But for this one, we'll end up with 3x squared. And then we're combining the positive 9x with the negative 6x. So that'll give us a positive 3x. And then a negative 18. So that's your answer for that one. We'll take a look at the box just in case you prefer that method. So taking a look here, we've got 3x minus 6. And it really doesn't matter which one you put on top and which one you put on the side. If you want to convince yourself that that's the case, feel free to try it both ways, but it really doesn't matter. So 3x times x, still got 3x squared. Negative 6 times x is negative 6x. 3x times 3 is positive 9x. Now, I like writing my positives and negatives inside this box just because it emphasizes the sign of each term. And then negative 6 times a positive 3, which would give us negative 18. And just like the last time, we'll just combine what's in the box. So we'd get 3x squared. And then we have negative 6x plus 9x. And so that'll give us positive 3x. And then the negative 18. So now we've taken a look at how to multiply binomials, often referred to as foiling. So why don't you go ahead and try this one on the bottom left here and see if you can get the answer, and it's right there to check once you work through it. Thanks. I'll see you next time.